A Lotus Emeya. This is a very interesting car by Lotus because now they're going fully electric. As you can see, there's a lot of carbon fibers. It's all performance oriented. You get a very sporty steering wheel, switches and buttons, and everything looks very sporty. You even get, well, paddle shifters, but not really paddle shifters because those are controls for different features, and you get almost sweet leather there. So this here is for the drive mode. The other one is for the regeneration option, and then you get, well, a very sleek instrument panel display, and then you get sensors for the driver controls. I'm sure the car just reads data from the driver and does some functions accordingly. You get nice materials on the dash. You get a heads-up display as well to provide you more information while you're driving. And then you have, of course, the main computer screen here. We'll talk about that as well. The passenger, they get their own screen, and the starting price for this car is around 439,000. There's an Emeya R as well. I'll talk about that. That is around 560,000 dirhams. Now you get cameras for the side mirrors, and you get a screen for them as well. Seats are, well, quite nice actually. The roof, again, very interesting. A diamond-shaped design is also something very interesting. So it's a 4-seater, and you have these really nice armrest here with these crazy cup holders. Then you have, of course, the gear changing option, gear changing stick there, and now the interior is quite nice actually. The buttons for the mirrors and the cameras and everything is well made, and you also get adaptive speakers. They're from a very interesting company, and what they do is basically, if the car is going through an area which has a lot of noise, then the noise inside the car adjusts accordingly to balance it all out. So it's all adaptive. It's all very interesting. Now the graphics in this, of course, as you can see, is showing the vehicle right now, and it's all shows you everything happening in real time, like the doors, the windows, everything. The graphics in the car will show you everything happening at the same time. So it's, well, kind of interesting. Other than that, seating position is fine. I think this is a very nice car, but this is not just a regular family car. This is a Hyper GT, and there are two versions of this car. So you have some very interesting features in this. One of them is the roof. The roof is basically divided into sections, and what you can do is basically control each section or each portion of the roof and make it opaque or translucent or whatever you want to make it. You can make it transparent, or you can just make it, what's the other word? I forget it. Anyway, so you can control the clarity of the roof as you wish. And then there are so many other functions that you get with the touchscreen system. So you can control the drive mode, how sporty you want to make the drive, how comfortable you want to make it. You can control, like the ambience lighting here as well. So you get almost a lot of options for the light, and you can see here everything changes accordingly. So then you have other options as well. With new technology, you are getting all the bells and whistles that you get in modern electric cars as well. But this one is quite interesting. You see, this one, the standard Emeya makes around 600 horsepower. That's fine. But the Emeya R makes over 900 horsepower. Both the cars look the same. I don't think there's even an R badge or anything that will help you identify this car. But looks-wise, this is quite interesting. It is much cheaper than the Porsche Taycan. But looks-wise, it is having its own design language, and it also has adaptive aerodynamics. So active aerodynamics, and that basically means that the car can control how much aerodynamic is needed and how much the car needs less of it. Now you have these upper lights, which are daytime running lights, and then you have the main lights underneath the body there, and you have air curtains in different parts of the car, in the back and the front as well. Now here, basically, you do have a grille, and these are flaps. These triangular flaps can open when needed, and they can help cool the battery, and they can close when the car needs to slow down or help in braking as well. cameras on the side, which of course help in giving you a 3D view of your surroundings when you're driving. So reversing the car, parking your car becomes much easier. Navigating the car in tight corners again becomes much easier. Now the rear taillight design, that is also very interesting. And then you have the Emeya logo as well, an adaptive spoiler with carbon fiber details, diffuser again made of carbon fiber. So this car has a really nice look about it. It's not as sporty or as sleek as the Porsche Taycan, but for this money I think it's not a bad option. Now let's have a look at the rear. So for the rear passengers, they get the same interior, the same seats as the front passengers, and they also get this screen here. And with that, of course, they can control pretty much everything that you get. That you can control the seat positions, the climate controls, multimedia, lighting, even controls for the roof to control the transparency. You can do that. You have storage space as well, which is illuminated. You have your center console here. So basically, you can get two adults in the back very comfortably. Now, I don't think there's a five-seater option in this because this is a more performance-rated car, and I like how the cabin just wraps around the seats really nicely. So overall, the design is really really nice. Yeah, so is the interior, so is the lighting and everything. Overall, I think this is a very good competitor for the Porsche Taycan. Now, my question is very simple. Will people actually buy it, and will they really like it? Because Lotus is, of course, changing its image, going for newer models, going for electric, and making four-door models now. I think this is probably the first four-door model aside from this, the Electra, which is an electric hyper SUV or super SUV, whatever they want to call it. So Lotus is completely changing itself, and well, not for the best if you're not a fan of electric cars, but I would say that they are at least adapting and trying to stay relevant in the market. I wish they would still continue making interesting cars like this. This Exceed 420 Sport, absolutely gorgeous. But of course, their new Emeya, the one here, is also very interesting. So this comes in two engine variations. You get a 2-liter engine, and you get a six-cylinder engine and a four-cylinder engine. And looks wise, it is gorgeous to look at. Absolutely gorgeous. So Lotus basically now moving towards electric cars. I wonder what is next for the Emeya, and Lotus also made motorcycles. If you remember, this is a limited edition, one of 100 motorcycles, and look at it, it looks incredible. Will they make an electric bike in the future? Who knows? But for now, Lotus are pretty excited, and they're making something very unique. They're using their own design language, and I think they're moving in the right direction. A Lotus Emeya.